Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Oh, there he is. The man is back. What's going on, Ferd?
What's up, man? How you doing, dog?
It's good to have you back, man. Oh, hold on. Is that a big baller brand you rocking? You rocking with big baller brand?
I am, man. I'm rolling with a big baller brand today.
Big baller brand. All right, doing it for the culture. That's what I'm talking about. Yesterday's price is not today's price. That is the motto that we live by. Of course, that is why we do what we do here with the F.O.C. We like to put in our pre-orders in Ferd. Tell me, based on the show that we had a few weeks ago, tell me that you got in your Dr. Afra number 24.
Guy right here, man.
See what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And you didn't pay today's price. You paid the pre-order price, huh?
No, I did not. I didn't pre-order a bunch of copies, but I do got a relationship with a couple LCSs here. We did a little bartering. I threw in a couple presses for them, and they gave me a free copy, so we're good.
Nice.
Yeah.
And we actually featured that issue on our show going back 4 or 5 weeks with the Lord Moman Sprouse cover.
Mm-hmm.
But turns out cover A turns out to be the hot one. But if you watched the show, if you're one of the faithful few that tunes in live, shout out to all the homeboys in the trenches. Yeah, if you watched the show, you definitely ordered your copies. I got a handful of copies myself. Let's do a quick shout out, Ferd, real quick to everybody. What's up, Jeff Drake? Jeff Drake is in his house. Okay, he said, "Thank God Hugh is back." Yeah, big news today. We'll get into that. Detroit, the D, man, always good to have you up in here. Matrix comments in for doing his thing in straight. Hey, that's how he usually tell him.
I don't sleep, man. Usually I do one out sale. Bad boy, I think you're going on after we end this show today.
I'm going to try. Yeah, I'm going to try. You know, it comes down to I got to get rid of a lot of stuff. When it's happening is you get all these F.O.Cs, we do all the pre-orders, with like 5 or 6 copies. They're all keys, but I'm running out of room. Like the industry is running low on bags and boards. I'm running low. Look, I got copies of Rogue's Gallery,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When we did this, we featured this. I think we featured this book on our very first show or maybe our second show.
It was, I remember it when I was going through kind of LCS kind of pull list or just new issue stuff. There was a stack of 10 there. I picked up one.
This was a number 5 pick in our top 10. Of course, y'all know what happened. It went through the roof. They go for like $12, $15 a pop now. I got to stack them. They're just sitting here.
Yeah.
I'm running out of room. So I got to do a whatnot sale. I got to get rid of books. So yeah, guys, quick plug. After the show, if you're on whatnot, go check out Ferd. I'm going to hang out with him. And then, if all works well, as soon as this show's done, I'm going to do my own, get rid of these books. Dave said he got 2 copies cover price. Yeah, good job. People started, when the word got out, people started calling in at stores and snatching up copies. A lot of copies of Dr. Afra 24 didn't even make it to the shelf. So if you're able to get a copy, congrats. Of course, it's a first appearance of some new, I think, bad guys, new villains. It's one of those things where they didn't make any announcements. It just kind of popped up like, oh, hey, by the way, key issue here, and people went nuts over it. But, good to see you too, Pickles. Like we always say, man, we do this for the culture. Every week, F.O.C, final order cutoff. Basically, all the shops online and the stores, they got to put in their orders every week. So what we like to do is we like to put together a list of the top 10 books to look for, keys, first appearances, hot covers. We definitely got some cover fire this week. Well, we love him. No, the only beef I got is with Jonathan. He's our favorite troll. If he's here,
Oh, I
what up,
can't wait for him
Jonathan?
to come. Can't wait for
I
him to type through. I cannot wait. Yeah, bring it on, man.
I want to see. Now, hopefully, I haven't heard from Dr. Paul. Hopefully, he makes it in.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Dr. Paul.
he did a great job covering for us
He
at the
sure did.
last second.
Yeah, coming in with the reliever, man. He should did you have the intro for him or did you have an intro for him when he came through?
You know what? I need something. I need to have a special
That'd be
intro,
funny.
and I need to have him carted out like a relief pitcher.
That's
No,
hilarious.
he really
I
came
appreciate
through
it.
in the clutch.
No, I appreciate it.
But and here's the funny thing: Dr. Paul is a very busy guy, man. He like
Oh, of course.
he's got his career, he's got his comic book curating. He's a hardcore collector, and for him to find and he's buff as hell. Jesus Christ, this guy
Yeah, he's
like
pretty buff.
bench presses long boxes and curls them. But yeah, shout out to him. Very busy guy. One day I'm going to be on vacation or something. He might, have to fill in for me. He might have to do a
Sure.
favor. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like
You gotta take a vacation one of these days, man.
I do take many vacations sometimes, but yeah,
Yeah.
one of these days but he's gonna do a favor. We're gonna have to call on him and have him fill in for me. It's gonna be like what was that? You like The Godfather, right?
Oh my god, it's my favorite movie of all time, man. My favorite
All
movie of all
right.
time.
So anybody out there, if you're a Godfather fan, say yeah, Godfather in the comments. But the opening scene to the first one with the guy, Mr. I Believe in America, my daughter's, I need justice for
Bonacea.
my daughter.
The
Yeah,
the
Bonacera.
the the
Bonacera.
the funeral guy.
The funeral home,
director guy.
the
Yeah.
funeral home director, yeah.
What do you
And
call
Vito's
that?
all like,
What do you call
what did
that? Like
Vito
the
say about doing a favor? He's
this
all
is the day of my daughter's wedding. Take this as a kind of a gift, blah blah blah. It's
as a
tradition, all
gift.
this stuff, blah blah blah.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that. You got to call in a
Yeah.
favor sometimes.
Oh
He's
yeah.
yeah, man. That's how it is. But yeah, let's get into it. Shout out to my homegirl over across the pond, over in I think she's in England. Naj. Naj is back. She's very cool. Dude, she's one of us. You want to talk about someone doing it for the culture? She's so like relentlessly passionate about this community. Like she's like a true fist in the air revolutionary when it comes to comic books, man. She's amazing, but she took a little sabbatical. Now she's back and she's already causing waves. I freaking love it, man. She's great. So yeah, shout out to her. So yeah, let's get into it. Are you ready for Christmas?
I'm ready.
Hey, you said something a few weeks ago and it was true. You said that you noticed the pattern of the list. Usually it kicks off with cover fire. And as the list gets higher, it gets more and more towards keys. Was that you that said that?
I think so. I think I alluded to something like that. I'm always used to like as it tails to the top ones. It's like, okay, this is either like the cover and the key, or just more related to what's
Of a key
inside
book.
what's inside the guts. If you
Yeah,
partake or
yeah.
whatever. Mhm.
And you know what? You're absolutely right, because this was a tough list, by the way, guys. And we're coming. Get ready, guys. It's happening. But this week was a tough list because the top 4 or 5 were surefire. Like they were no-brainers.
Mhm.
5 through 10, like I moved some books around. Like 3 or
Yeah.
4 books just didn't make it. And then
Mhm.
I had some last minute additions. One book made the list and it bumped up like 5 spaces. And you're going to see why as we get into it, folks. Here we
All right.
are. Here we go with the top 10. Coming in at number 10, we got Pure Cover Fire kicking it off at number 10 on the F.O.C. top 10 list. We got Booyah, a beautiful Rose Besh variant.
Okay. Rose Besh. All
Punchline.
right.
Yeah, Punchline. The Gotham Game, number 1. Mixed feelings on Punchline. She's got a lot of potential. I don't know. What do you feel about her?
I mean, I remember when I was getting back into comics, like they were really emphasizing her as kind of like the Harley Quinn Part 2 kind of thing, which I thought was a great idea.
Yeah.
I don't think she stayed hot, but she hasn't cooled off either, in my opinion. Of course, DC's a little bit tough, but I mean, I think she's like her look is like cool enough for me, and the colors and all that good stuff. So keep it going.
Honestly, I think the pandemic is what happened to her. She had a strong start, and
Mm,
then the pandemic came out of nowhere and
yeah.
kind of disrupted her. If she was a real person, that would have pissed her off, you know. Like
Hmm.
she had her grand intro,
Yeah.
then a pandemic dropped, and it kind of, threw it off a little bit. But yeah, remember what I always say: if there's a thank you, DS. If there's a Rose Besh variant and it's hot, it's going to crack the top 10. So coming in at number 10, Punchline, the Gotham game, number 1. This is cover C. This is the Rose
Hmm.
Besh variant, and I will have it. Yeah, Kessel Run. There you go, man. He said his baby mama. So moving right along, excuse me, F.O.C. top 10, number 9. I think you'll agree this one is I don't know how hot it's going to be, but it's right on time. All right. So it's going to crack the top 10 because of MCU Phase 5. It just
Oh,
got
nice.
recently
Very nice.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. Secret Invasion number 1, the
Hmm.
latest series. This is the Delato variant, and I absolutely love it.
It's on fire, literally. It's cool.
Yeah, literally, I love this cover. We'll see. We will see what the Secret Invasion does. They might introduce some new surprises. We don't know what the series is going to bring us, so hopefully they will, stuff some little secrets into it, pun intended. But yeah, Jason, just on the fact that it's right around the corner, it's right on time. It is definitely on fire in Fuego, coming in at number 9. Now, Kessel thinks this is going to be underrated, so he specs. Ha ha ha. Badoom. Hey, I agree with Kessel. I mean, you just got that feeling. It's one of those books you got to kind of have just to see what it does. But same could be said for number 8, Ferd, coming in at number 8. You're going to have mixed feelings about this, but my favorite and definitely your favorite,
Oh man.
you already know it.
You gotta do it.
Yeah,
You did it to
Donnie
me.
Cates Hawk. Hey, okay, so check it out. This is Hawk number 10.
Okay.
Now, we all know our history. The last time there was a Planet Hawk,
Uh-huh.
World War Hawk, it gave us Thor Ragnarok, correct?
It did. It gave us Thor
All
Ragnarok,
right.
Don
It gave
Kinsky,
us it
Mail
gave
3,
us what's Hawk's son? What's his son name? Scar?
Scar. Yeah.
Gave us Scar, it gave us Meek, it gave us Korg. All right. So
Hmm.
now Donnie Cates is taking him to a Hawk planet. So the entire planet is gamma radiated. All right.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of potential there, a lot of surprises, new villains, possibly new characters,
Hmm.
possibly new allies, possibly new love interests. Who knows? Issue number 9 was featured on one of our previous shows. It's a first appearance issue, and number 10 might be a continuance. So, have you been watching She-Hulk?
Yeah, man. I think like you, it's you know, I enjoy it. I don't love it. It's a nice, fresh breath of fresh air. But I'm not crazy about it, but it's cool. It's cool. I dig it.
All right, cool. I actually love it. I think it stays true to the energy of the She-Hulk series. But yeah, shout out to the guys in the trenches. Tell me what you think about the She-Hulk series down in the comments. Moving into number 7. Now, this one, Ferd, I gotta be honest. This
Okay.
one's a dark horse. This is a dark
Oh,
horse
okay.
pick.
Nice.
I don't know much about what's going on, but
Hmm.
reading the solicits, there was a key term,
Hmm.
and seeing how Star Wars has been specking lately.
Yeah.
All right. I had to go ahead and include this because we know what happened with E.M. Gist, Star Wars, the previous 26, I think it was. We see what's happened with Dr. Afra. So here we go. Star Wars number 29 comes in at number 7. The reason why, and here's why. This is cover A.
Mm-hmm.
Torrin Clark is doing a variant, and it's called Clark Revelations variant. So I'm very curious about what those revelations could possibly be. So, a new character, a new storyline, who knows? First of all, this cover is dope. I love the cover. Uh, Second of all, again, Star Wars has just been on a run lately, so I feel like let's go ahead and keep an eye out on that Clark variant and
Okay.
hopefully get that. I believe it's going to be cover B. Well, we hope so, Kessel. Look, I do a lot of research, and we just, we got lucky with the Dr. Afro. I'm not gonna lie. We picked it. It was a dope cover. Turned out it's a fire book. Clark's gonna do a variant of Star Wars number 29. So put this on your F.O.C list. Moving on to number 6. Now, this one right here. This is
Hmm.
Batman Gotham Knights Gilded City number 1. The figure you see on the right, I believe, is a brand new character called Runaway. And this is a storyline that has Bruce Wayne dealing with a pandemic, and then it does a backstory with this cloaked figure vigilante in the 18th century or the 1800s. All right, dealing with his own type of pandemic,
Huh.
and yeah, and also this is a direct prequel tie-in to the new Gotham Knights video game. So you
Oh.
buy these books, you get unlockable characters, just like
Mm-hmm.
they did with Batman and Fortnite. You buy these
Okay.
issues, you get an unlockable character. You buy all 6 issues, you get to unlock some grand unlockable, whatever, whatever. So
Yeah.
for all you video game fans, this is the book to look out for. So you get a 2-for-1 special, brand new character and unlockable characters, and
Nice.
the video game. Yeah. So
I like
that
that.
comes in at number 6. What do you think about that?
That's a great pick, man. Batman's always like a safe play when it comes to DC, right? And new
Yeah.
characters in the genre. The one-offs can kind of, there's no a lot of risk there. Um, and gamers, man, you just need kind of like what you're alluding. I think on Instagram, we are talking about that D23, card game
Yeah.
coming out. Just brings all these different collectors into one. So the more eyes, that you can get on a property, the better you have it, increasing your investment or whatever. So
Right. Hey, I got his approval. He's like, yes, you need the Gotham Knights comic. It's a direct prequel. The storyline to this is the prequel that ties into the game. So if you
mhm.
are a gamer, you do want this series, you get the game and it all mails together. So, hey, it cracked our top 10 list. Moving on to number 5. Right before we got on air, I was actually watching Andor. Then I was like, oh shit, we got a show to do. But coming in at number 5, Star Wars is killing it. And this is no big surprise. If you are a fan of The Mandalorian, this is officially Mandalorian number 5 is officially the first full comic book appearance story of our favorite assassin, Fennec Shand.
Nice,
Yeah.
cool.
And she's got a cover appearance. I believe that is the Stot 125 ratio variant. So
Oh,
yeah, you
nice.
know how you do with the ratios. Try to
Love
get them at
ratios.
a wrap ratio price.
Yeah,
Um, it might not be like pure fire, but it's definitely going to
it's
be a good spec for that
it's a
in
very
terms
good
of
spec.
I'm a good spec, right?
Incredibly good spec. That's as safe as it comes, really.
Safe as it's come. Good. And
Yeah,
it's like I was saying, top 4 and 5, surefire bets. Number 5 is where the heat starts to get. So it's
sure.
starting to warm up right here, folks. This could have been a little bit higher, but Ferd, number 4, it went from number 9, it bumped all the way up to 4, and you're about to see why. Hold on. Kessel, first appearance of Phoenix Shan and Tora Calican. Hey, bro. Yeah, he's just kind of a throwaway character, but I love Phoenix Shan. She's one of my favorite characters, and now we get her official comic book debut. All right, Ferd, This book moved up 5 spaces on major news,
Hmm.
coming in at number
Oh,
4.
okay. Nice.
Yeah, the latest volume. The latest volume of Deadpool. And this is done by one of my favorite writers, Allison Wong. I love her writing. She currently writes Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Alyssa
Yeah, she's
Alyssa
great.
Wong. Yeah,
Yeah,
and now
she's
she's
really
writing a
cool.
new Deadpool. So I
Nice.
can't wait for that. Folks, heads up. Look for any special Wolverine covers because we already know news alert, news flash, non-spoiler. Wolverine is all but guaranteed to be in Deadpool 3, right?
Yeah.
So
You got some
it's a
time too.
strong.
You got time,
What's that?
everybody. You
Yeah.
got time, everybody, to get into that. There's a lot of books you can get, and try not to hit the FOMO, man, because it'll get you. But you got time to get some books on the dip. I think will happen in the next couple months.
Yeah, that's right. And you actually got
From
time
today.
to order it. I
From today.
almost I don't have foresight. I don't have inside information, but I can almost guarantee one of these artists is going to stick in a Wolverine variant cover.
Yeah.
Write me down for that. We'll come back and revisit that when it does happen. All right. That's number 4. Here's your top 3. Ferd.
All right.
Number 3. Only
Oh,
the
nice.
hottest book in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 8 Billion Genies. This is issue number 6. I mean, this is kind of a no-brainer. It's almost too easy. It's actually low-hanging fruit. You should be buying them all. You should get all the covers. It's going to be a great series. Amazon's talking about doing a huge universe featuring 8 billion genies. So this is easily the easiest spec to get with this book. So that's an easy number 3. Now, Ferd, number 2, and you guys need to hit the like button if you haven't done it now before we get to number 1. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Number 2 would have been number 1, but number 1 is number 1. So it got bumped to number 2. But it's still top 2.
Oh,
Rogues
nice.
Gallery number 4. This is the final issue. Tell me you're reading this series.
I picked up a couple copies. I have not had time to read them yet. I've been kind of in and out of stuff. But I do have a copy of one, and I will get into it for sure.
Ferd, it's so good, man. It's so good. Hey, shout out to Hannah Rose May. She's awesome. If you're watching the show, what up, girl? You did a good job. You cranked out she smacked a home run. And here's the thing, man. For someone who did a first time book, dude, she killed it. Like Rogues Gallery. And we picked this in one of our earlier shows.
Yeah.
She killed it, man. This is a great book. And I said it from the beginning. It got optioned. Don Cheadle's production company picked it up. They're going to run with it. And now those first copies, those number 1 issues are going for $15, $20 a piece now. I only got like a stack of 12 sitting here. They need to find a home. So here we go. Let's do this. Here's number 1 this week. Like I said, this would have been number 1, except number 1. So awesome. Here's actually number 1.
Oh, of course. Even like
yes.
You like you like the New York Giants when they're about to draft Eli first pick, man. Like you're just even like tea leaves out and stuff, man. Nice pick.
Dude, you know I love me some Tiger Division. You know it.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's a great series. Is the Virgin 1 in 100 or is it like a shop variant? I maybe skipping.
No, the Virgin. This is all right. So this is Tiger Division number 1. Yes, he nailed it. Yeah, that's the Art Germ variant. No, this is a retail cover. Order this one. The 1 in 100 is the Virgin of this, but you can easily order this insane cover, man. Art Germ, cool. He just killed it. What's this character's name?
That's not White Fox, is it? It's
hell no, it ain't like it ain't White Fox. It's the other one, the other hottie.
Luna, right?
Yeah, Luna Snow.
Okay.
Yeah,
Luna Snow. Yeah.
Dude, ever since they debuted way back in War of the Realms, Agents of
Yeah,
Atlas, New Agents, dude, I've loved this team, and they put it all together. They put all the characters together to
cool.
form. Listen, guys, check it out. If you saw my Instagram live nonsense I did earlier, Black Cat Annual number 21.
Mm-hmm.
This is the official first team appearance, all
Mm-hmm.
right, of Tiger
Yeah.
Division. This is where they showed the team and named them individually. Um, they're going to say it's what's his face number 3. It's not. It's really not Taskmaster number
Taskmaster
3.
3. That's the first app of Kaiju, or not Kaiju, but the Korean guy, but it wasn't that first team appearance.
Yeah,
It's
what
different.
they do is they show him and then they mention like, oh, Tiger Division, and then they just kind of mention it, but no one
Sure.
appears in it. No one
I mean,
actually appears.
that's the book to get, man, if you're specking on the
Yeah, yeah,
team.
yeah. No, Black Cat
Yeah.
Annual 21. Like they show the team, they show
Yeah.
all their names, and they show the whole lineup. I mean, here it is. It's right here, folks.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one. This is the one you want to get right there.
Yeah.
Tiger Division. That's the one. So yeah, there you go. Top 10, sir. What do you think about that?
What am I trying to say? No, I mean, this is what I'm trying to say. I figured this book would be on one of your top 10 lists as number
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
That's what I'm trying to say. So
yeah.
yes, it's
Yeah.
a pleasant surprise. It was like I was, anyway, yeah. I don't know what I'm trying to say, man. It's Wednesday,
No,
right? Today's Wednesday.
I feel like with the with Marvel really doubling down on diversity and trying to push more Asian characters to the forefront, to have
Mhm.
this South Korean superpowered team, to having the first Asian Iron Fist, and all that. Plus, they're just dope,
Yeah,
man. If you actually read any of the Agents of Atlas or any of these new characters that got, dude, the team is sick. I'm really excited. So
yeah.
yeah, this is definitely number 1 for me. So real quick, top 10, number 10, Rose Besh, number 9, Secret Invasion, Delato variant, number 8, Hawk 10, Hawk Planet. Star Wars 29, it might be something. Look for the Clark Revelations variant. We'll see what happens. Batman, Gotham Knights, Gilded City, new character. Direct game tie-in, unlockable characters, got to get the codes. Mandalorian, first full Fennec Shand comic book appearance and story. Deadpool, you already know about that.
Mhm.
ABGs, hey, look, if you ain't on the bandwagon by now, Rogues Gallery is better than you think. This is the big finale. It's optioned. This whole series is probably going to be the screenplay for the show. And of course, my favorite, Tiger Division. And
Great,
there's your
great
Christmas,
list.
folks.
Very nice
Thank you.
list.
Thank you. All right. So you got something special for the people today with your market report, huh?
Yeah. So a reason I double up my list this week just because I basically used the list that I did last week and just kind of parlayed it. The reason I did
Okay.
that was I wanted to prove to you that I actually do prove to y'all that anyway, you'll see from the list my reasoning,
All
but
right.
let's just get into it, I guess. I'll
All
explain, I
right.
guess.
Cool.
All
Yeah.
right, it's
Let's
up
let's
if you
do
want to
that.
share it.
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's see Ferd's market report list. Double down on it. We got double the goodies. Here we go.
All right. So everybody, thank you for coming through. This is a combined from last week. Sorry I couldn't make it last week. I had not really a family emergency, but just had to relieve my sister. She needed me to pick up her niece or my niece. So anyway, we're gonna go with I actually have 4 picks today. Oh, where'd you go?
I'm right here.
All right. So here's my first pick for a book that was on the dip last week when I did this list, but probably not so much anymore. Oops. It's Deadpool #1 solo series. This is actually a second solo series. I messed that up. It's kind of the ongoing first series here. So obviously if I did this now, like today, it's gone nuclear. Right? It's too expensive. I did do some research though last week when I was thinking about this. But since the Ryan Reynolds kind of FOMO discussion,
Oh
whatever you
shit,
want to
my
call it.
bad.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah.
This book's gone nuclear. I can't recommend it right now. There's too much FOMO, but maybe if this book dips like in a month or two, because I mean we're not getting that film till 2024. We should probably hold off on it for now. But anyway, I
When you
picked
made
this
the
last
list,
week.
this was from last week, and
Yeah,
he released his teaser video yesterday.
yesterday, right? I can't remember yesterday or the
Yeah,
day before, but
or the day
yeah, I
before.
can't
Yeah, so yeah,
can't in good conscience like let you guys get this now. But just wanted to just show you this is like basically a pick from last week. Now this week's
dude.
pick. Go ahead.
Don't
Go
they?
ahead. Go
What
ahead.
did they say, man? Yesterday's price is not today's price, bro.
I mean, like literally, it was like when I was looking at my slides again, I was like, oh damn, I gotta redo this list, man. But anyway, um, I've talked about this book before, but it was the claw variant. This was like I was talking about this book for like investment purposes, but like kind of like a key book you can hold on to. The claw variant's very expensive. But I actually kind of dig this book better. It's a variant done by Sayu or Siam or I forgot how to say
Oh,
that
that
name,
the
but
Sidem guy, the guy that did Marvel Zombies, Arthur
exactly
Sidem.
Arthur Siam. Yeah. He's like non-existent. Like you can't find him at shows anywhere ever. But he did this book. He did this cover. Sorry, and it's basically first appearance of Dakin. Obviously with Wolverine rejoin the MCU. What do you think, man? Do you think Jackman is gonna like go beyond like Deadpool 4 or 5 or MCU, or think he's like you think he's one and done? That's kind of the reason I picked this because I think he's one and done.
I think he's a replacement until they find the next Wolverine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. I don't see him signing a 3-picture deal that extends out to like 8 years because he'll be like
Yeah.
65 or 66
I mean,
or
he
something.
he was older when he did the show or the
Yeah.
movie back in the day. So now it's like he's
No, I know. Yeah, Hugh Jackman's
you know what I
like
mean?
pushing 60, so I don't know, but I'm just so happy that he's going to be in 3 because he's going to show out. So yeah,
Yeah.
all of these that if you're showing anything Wolverine related right now, they're all doubled or tripled since yesterday.
Yeah, actually this book, and I've seen listings out there. You can still get this for like 20 to 25. I think there's a little bit more concentration on the 3 claw book versus this one.
Yeah.
But it's easier, I feel like in high grade versus the other books because they're white. This cover has some color, so you see kind of gives you a break on those color breaks here, but this is my pick for kind of on the lookout if you can find it for a good price.
Yeah, you got to do that like right now.
Yeah, like go like just leave the show, just go. Just kidding. So again, this is another one of my picks from last week, Infinity Gauntlet #1 2015 series. This is kind of, I'll be honest, this is kind of a like deep space spec. This could be like 3 or 4 years from now. However, I found this in like 50-cent bins. I found this cover in, dollar bins, cover price bins, whatever you want to call it. There is an Audi Grano variant that goes for around $30. I personally have a 98 right now that I'm thinking about selling, whatever. But it's a first appearance of Arwen. She's basically a Nova Ranger, and kind of thinking like just like 10-year, or sorry, like the 10-year time frame, phase 5, 6. With Nova coming, he's gonna need some homies, and I feel like she's a good kind of spec play.
My
if you can find this,
Spidey spec sense tells me she'll have a cameo appearance.
at least, right? And so I mean, for like
Yeah,
a $4 book, there's a mention of her. I mean, that's 5 times return. You know what I mean? So
for
anyway,
sure.
you have any of these?
No, I don't. This came out during a time when I was not collecting.
Me too, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I found like 4 or 5 copies in dollar bins throughout Washington here. So it's still out there. I mean, somewhere. Maybe a little bit tougher and high grade because it's a 7-year-old book, but there it is.
I might look for this I might look for this over at half price and see if they're just kind of stuffed in there.
Yeah, maybe. And I don't know if Midtown has this. Sometimes you can find these books on Midtown for like cheap, and you can actually get them for discount there if you
Oh,
order multiple
nice.
copies. So
All right, cool. I'll keep. Yeah, I just added that to my notes.
cool. All right, this week's so kind of sticking with the Deadpool kind of stuff, kind of
Yes.
further characters, right?
Yes.
And a
I love
popular
this.
character. Yeah, Unbelievable Gunpool #1. There's multiple variants of this cover. Cover price has like 4 or 5 listed, but I swear there's like 8 different. There's a PA variant. There's like store variants of this book. I looked at the first appearance of this book and Howard the Duck #1. It's kind of a tough book. It's kind of expensive. First appearance usually are, but
Yeah.
I like this. Gwenpool's very, very, very popular, and with the Deadpool stuff coming out, she could come to the MCU. There are actresses that have actually inquired about playing her.
Are you
Um,
serious?
yeah, oddly enough. So this one I chose the Scotty Young variant because it's the most expensive of the 4 or 5 I saw. And Scotty Young, I mean, like obviously, like he's a very
Yeah.
popular artist. He's got that. He's like the J. Scott Campbell of like this generation.
Right. Right.
And 90s come very cheap too. 90s you can get for like $40. Just look. I mean, people are trying to sell their stuff, man, and you can take advantage of people just trying to offload stuff or just trying to get money for Christmas. This is the time to buy right now if you got the
Oh
cash.
yeah.
So
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep.
yeah.
I'm gonna look. I didn't know this book was that cheap. I might try to find one, especially
It's super
9.8.
cheap. Yeah, I mean, you can find you can find these on Whatnot. I always see them for like $5 to $10. Like, $10, who cares, man? Like, if it's in high grade, slab it or keep it bagged and ported, So that's the name of the game.
Cool.
All right.
Oh,
One of my favorites. I knew you'd love this one. Strange Academy #1.
man.
Opena
Yeah, go ahead.
variant.
Hey,
Uh
yeah, hit him with this, and then we'll tell the story. Hit him with it.
Okay. So this is basically Scotty Young's response to Harry Potter meets the X-Men. This was my favorite and least favorite book of the pandemic. I say the least favorite because I saw every single one of these damn first covers, and I was like, it's some dumb kids book. I'm pass it up. I'm gonna get House of X #6. Man, that sounds way cooler. So, and then when I picked it up, I was like, oh my god, this book is ridiculous. Here's so, and this is like recent sales. Okay, so oddly enough, everybody knows 2021 is the year that everything went crazy. Everyone's getting free money, more money than they ever like made, all that stuff, right? So they were buying comic books, buying Pokemon, right? Whatever, right?
Right.
So everyone always says 2021. Parts of 2020 are inflated prices of comics, right? Here's the weird thing about Strange Academy #1, the Opena variant specifically. It's actually gone up in price since 2021. So 2021 was selling for like 1,100, something like that. Most recent 9.8 Opena sale, not specifically Opena, went for $1,500, which is, it's just weird. It's one of those weird, like, one-off books that has actually increased in value. Now, I know with interest rates higher now and people with less money, access to money or whatever, it may dip in the next couple months. But my last sale I saw on a 9.8, it's gone quite nuclear here. Bad boy, where you at, man? All right, we're just gonna keep going. Okay, so my third pick of this week is Secret Wars #8. I just picked all 8 covers. Obviously with Phase 5 or the Phase 6, I can't remember. Secret Wars is coming, and you there, bad boy? Okay, he'll come back.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Secret Wars, all covers. There's direct edition. There is the newsstand. There is the Canadian price variant for all you people that love Secret Wars. So Origin of the Black Suit. Cover shows Peter in the symbiotic costume. This book is like a mainstay for me. Last year, 9/8s were topping from 1,000. I saw a Canadian price variant and 9/8 go for 2K. The importance of this book for me, whenever I look up just how the market's doing, is it's kind of a barometer of how the modern market's going.
Yeah.
Especially now. But yeah, what do you think of this book, man?
I mean, this is probably, well, this is second in the copper age. For copper age books, this is second only to ASM 300. Like ASM 300 is clearly number one because they still fall under the copper age, I think going up to 91, 92.
Yeah.
And then Secret Wars number 8, which came out in like 84 or something, is number 2. So that's like the obvious, because so much has come from these two storylines in the MCU at large. So yeah, this is what you call a key book, is putting it lightly, is what I'm trying to say. Like the moment that takes place in this book is like the whole Marvel universe just goes in a whole new direction based on this book. So it kind of makes me sick, because you could have found these like everywhere at one point. I've gone through literally 20 copies of this book. And I didn't hold on to any of them. And now, as you like to say, they've gone nuclear and I have 0 copies.
Yeah.
And just, the larger that the Spider-Man mythos expands, it all comes back to this one moment right here.
Yeah. I think if you get a direct edition in a 9/8 for like $650 and just hold it, or just keep buying direct editions in 9/8 at $650, that's a good investment in my opinion. They were going for $1,000 like 2021 at the cons like earlier last year, but there's no way I'd pay $1,000 for it. It's not enough meat on the bone,
I was snatching these up back in the late 90s, early 2000s, when eBay was still kind of brand newish. You could grab these for $20 or less, and I was just grabbing every high grade copy I could get. Of course, I flipped them all, but yeah, I think I flipped my last few copies when Spider-Man 3 came out with the Topher Grace Venom, and even since then, it's even like tripled since then. So this is definitely a blue chip book,
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah,
again, I just like to watch it to kind of get a state of the market and see where everybody's at, So,
oh yeah, I went dark for a few minutes because you showcased one of my all-time favorite covers, and I want to share this with everyone real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was surprised you were going to showcase it, but you're right. So during the pandemic, Strange Academy, they kind of snuck it in, when the world shut down.
Yeah.
And then when they gave us all that free money the following year, I found this beauty online.
Oh, okay.
For around, someone sold me this for around 500.
Wow. Triple,
Yeah,
dude.
it's a one in the Opena Breakfast Club. This is actually one of my favorite covers because I'm a huge fan of the Breakfast Club. You already know I'm a huge fan of Strange Academy.
Yeah.
So for me, this was like a double dip on my heart. But yeah, this is a 1 in 50, and there's not a lot. The CGC census on this is like 12 or 14 or some insane number.
Man. Yeah.
It's super low.
I remember
it's super low.
Yeah, I do remember when this was going for like 500. I was like, oh, I don't know, man. Like, it's a new property.
I bought it
like,
so fast. I bought it so fast. I'm like, I'm spending the government's money. This ain't my money.
It's like you always forget. You don't ever forget the ones you overpaid for. You always forget the ones you should have bought. At least with me.
Yeah. This was one I snatched it up because, first of all, so when I bought it, the census was 12, and I'm like, well, now it's 11 because I got one of them. It's probably up to about 20. There's only like 20 to even get of the 9.8 sign. So it's one of those things where it is what it is. So
yeah. No, that's perfect. Like that's when you like buy a 9.8, and that's like the perfect like meat on the bone type of book at that price. You know what I mean? So that's a great
Right.
pickup, man.
And you were right. What you said in your slide was correct. You was like, no one was really checking for it until,
Hmm.
until it blew up. Like one of the big names on YouTube probably mentioned something and everyone went crazy. And I was like, well, I already got them all. If we were
Yeah,
doing our show back then, I would have told you, like, buy every cover, because that's what I did.
sure. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, no, I was buying Powers of X, man. That was the good book to read because that
To
was
be
gonna.
fair, that was Jonathan Hickman's magnum opus.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and then you couldn't finish it. I mean, like, it's like, now what do we do? But it's getting better.
Well,
It's getting better.
he laid the groundwork for what X-Men is right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, which is
All
very
right.
good if you guys are
Yeah.
reading X-Men's great. The
Yeah.
Axe series I picked up.
Oh yeah, the Axe series is very good. Yeah.
It's delicious. It's delicious.
What you got for us, man? What else?
All right, so this is kind of keeping with the times. If you guys don't know, I have a finance background. I work in finance. We're seeing a lot of crazy stuff going on, especially yesterday and today. We see a lot of people, equities are going down, interest rates are going up. And so, I always like to recommend some books maybe to sell, depending on how much meat you got off the most. So these next two are the ones I'm recommending to sell right now.
Yes.
Spider-Verse 6.
One I got.
Get rid of
it. Oh wow.
Please
Get
just
rid of it. Get
just
rid of it.
Sell it. Like, don't
sell it.
Risk. Just get rid of it.
Get rid of it.
I found this book in dollar bins. I found 3 of them. I sold each one. It was like color breaking. It was horrible. I sold for $85. I read through the stupid book.
Shit.
They're the dumbest effing characters ever. Like, sell this book. Whoever, I don't know how the hell this book got to like $1,000, $1,200 because of 1,000 different spiders. Dude, they're not gonna exist. They're dumb.
They're not gonna do anything.
Get rid of it. This is the this is the Nicola of comics. This just
the
sell
Nicola
this stupid
of comics. Sell it, stupid.
God damn it. Get rid of this fucking book.
I love it. He said there's 1,000 different spiders and none of them are going to make the big screen. Get rid of this shit.
Just get rid of it. Sell it.
Anyway. I think sometimes the tulip craze takes over the industry and people lose their mind.
Yes.
This is like the tulip craze of the industry.
Dude,
tulip bulbs.
Have you seen, okay, I'll say this. The cover is really cool. That's it. Have you read this book?
The cover's cool.
Have you read the insides of this book? Have you read
it? Never.
Yeah.
It's goofy as hell, huh? Who is it? Dan Slott?
I don't even know, man. I literally bought it just because it was $1 in some 50-cent box in Bellevue. And the dude was like, if you buy 2, you get 1 free. And I was like, this is the free book I got, man. He didn't even care about it.
He didn't even care. And then you flipped him for like $80.
I mean, seriously, man. Like, it was
1 billion spiders instead of 8 billion genies, 1 billion spiders. Yeah, I'm so glad, man. This Edge of Spider-Verse is the last end, like the end edge, and they introduced Jasmine Spider. Have you read that yet? Edge of Spider-Man.
I've been reading.
Have you read that number 4?
I have not read number 4. I did
get Disney Princess. The Disney Princess Spider is like Jasmine from the Latin.
I mean, yeah, no, it is what it is, right? We'll read it because it's Spider-Man and Spider-Verse and stuff, and it's fun. But
right.
Like, yeah.
I'm talking shit about it because I bought it. I bought it and I read it. I own it.
Yeah. No, I read it too, man. I was like, well, I guess I'd give it to my niece, whatever.
It was either number 1 or number 2 on one of our lists. So, hey.
Yeah, I mean, no, I mean, like, it is. It does what it's supposed to do, right? It's giving first appearances. It's kind of different.
There it is.
But
got it right here.
Oh yeah, I got the concept variant, the white one with the white background. That cover price was showing off. Yeah, anyway, I'm done ranting about this. Yeah, that one. I got that one. I like that cover. If anything, I like that.
Yeah,
cover,
I do too.
Yeah. Okay, rant over about this book. I just please,
that was a good rant. That was very entertaining.
I usually don't get all uppity up about stuff, but please just sell this book. Put it, be arbitrary. Put it at $1 so you don't feel bad about the whatever. And for God's sakes, don't pay $1,000 for 90 of this book. Come on, man.
So if someone has $1,000, what should they buy instead? Just anything else, huh?
I mean, you could buy
get the highest ASM 300. Get a Secret Wars 8. Anything but this.
You know what you should get? You should get a UF4 first print and 9.6 for $800. Wait till Mark Bagley's signing, and then pay $100 to crack it. Get it pressed by CCS, and they'll give you a 9.8. That's what you should do.
Wow, that is great freaking advice.
That's
So
what you should do,
don't spend
$1,000.
$1,000 on this crap. Well, we're not gonna say crap, but don't spend $1,000 on this. Go get a UF4 9.6, crack it, and get it signed.
Yeah,
Man, you the man. I love that.
thank you. And here's my last one. It's not that big a rant as this book, but I just want to get that out there. And this is, I don't want to offend anybody. Bad boy, I don't know if you have any books with Netflix options. I used to use something is killing the children as an example. So if you guys don't know, Boom Studios has a first look with Netflix. I'm not a Netflix investor, but I know people in the industry, and it's out there. It's not like it's insider information. Netflix they got problems. People are canceling the subscriptions. They're cash flow sensitive. They're laying off key people at the studio. And they're looking for cheaper type of content to put on their app. So if you think about it, you have, these comic book, kind of shows that you're trying to put on your app. They're not cheap to make. You could do CGI all the way, and it could be, $100 million episode, per episode or whatever. You know what I mean? So and then plus you got to pay Boom the money to option them, option the property. You got to pay new actors, all that stuff. So I just think if you have enough meat on the bone, I would sell. I wouldn't purchase anything. Like I wouldn't buy anything on the dip and anything Netflix optioned, because there's just so much uncertainty with Netflix. I mean, I know Umbrella Academy's done really well. I was thinking about that Nun Warrior movie that came out, that came out a couple years ago.
Yeah, really Nun Warrior.
Aurelia or whatever her name is. Old Guard's coming out with a movie coming up, but it really didn't push the envelope with the comic book.
Old Guard came out a year ago. And it was
it seems like so much longer,
you said,
you're right.
It didn't move the needle. Like no one cared.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure it's good, but I feel like Something's Killing the Children. I think it's going to be more of an atmospheric kind of an X-Files type show, something like that. It's not going to be balls to the wall action.
Yeah.
So if they're going to do it, they need to do it sooner than later.
And the scary thing about it is like, so I had Bone #1, 5th print, and 9.8, and I was about to sell it. Or no, I was going to hold on to it because, Bone was optioned by Netflix. And then their last quarterly call, they said they're scrapping the property, and now they're shopping Bone to whomever's going to take it, Amazon, whoever. So kind of with that, I mean, if they're going to shed Bone, which, I mean, and if everyone who's read Bone,
Bone would have been, it probably would have been like a classic animation, or maybe even it would have been something like Watership Down, the Netflix update, which is phenomenal. God, that's so good. Yeah. But they probably would have did the Bone animation in that kind of style, because that's really the only way it would work,
But not too expensive, right? To make that movie. So it's kind of weird that they shelled that. And so I was just thinking like, okay, from a finance perspective, you're cost cutting and thinking like, oh, we're going to make this something that's killing the children. It's going to cost us like $50 million an episode or whatever it is. I don't know that.
They got to pay Dave Chappelle and Kevin Hart because they're the only two.
Exactly.
Yeah, like Kevin Hart just put out a new movie and he's not cheap, so you gotta pay those guys.
Yeah, and Mark Wahlberg just put out a movie. It was pretty good.
Wahlberg. Me Time was, and
they're losing subscribers.
Yeah, are they really?
Yeah, I mean, they did a survey of 1,000 people that actually have Netflix, and 25% said they are gonna cut the Netflix cord or whatever you want to call it.
Well, Netflix needs to bundle more, is what it is, because Amazon's like a bundle, Hulu's a bundle, Disney Plus is a bundle, so they got a bundle, is what it is.
Yeah, and it's
Amazon, dude. Amazon's killing it. The Boys is phenomenal.
Yeah, and the Lord of the Rings property that they've been
Oh
doing. I
God, I
mean,
love
like,
it. The Rings of Power, I love it.
yeah. And they're not just putting out like a
Yeah,
bunch of stuff. They're putting out like good quality, like here's a show, let's get all the eyes on it, you know.
yeah,
And here's the thing too about Amazon versus Netflix. Now notice I said any Netflix option property. I didn't say independent. I said Netflix specifically.
right,
Um
right.
Amazon has the Thursday night football, right?
Yes, they do.
So numbers came
That's
out
huge.
the first week, right? They got like I don't know the exact number, but they got a pretty big amount of subscribers for Amazon Prime. So it's
Shit.
so those people that are coming to watch, you know, like, oh, I'm gonna get Amazon Prime because I can watch Thursday Night Football, which was smart.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch, you know, every other show that's on there because my kid is, you know, whatever. Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Let Amazon pick it up. They know what they're doing, you know. So
yeah.
anyway,
So this is so Someone's Killing the Children is currently optioned by Netflix.
correct. Because
Is that what you're
Netflix has a
saying?
first look with Boom Studios. So anything Boom Studios related, if you got it and you got it at like a, you know, you got a pretty good entry in it, just sell it, man. Just take the money and run. I could be wrong. I mean,
So so
Netflix could
this
come in with. Go ahead. Sorry.
buy, sell, or hold on this.
Sell. Big sell. Big sell. In my opinion.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Oh, BK Sean said, I don't see this happening anytime soon with flicks. Sizzle out like a Kate's finale. Man, we love us some Kates around here, man.
I mean,
no,
you know, he's great.
I've always been very candid about this series. It started off
Mhm.
with a lot of heat, and since then
Yeah.
there's been about 3 or 4 different clones of this. But I think it's kind of slowed down a little bit. You
Big
know,
time.
I don't think this held the legs as long
Mhm.
as it should have. And
Yeah. Yeah. I
if you're
don't.
going to do a show, having some
Oh,
connection, got a little connection problem. But no, if they're going to do the show, they need to do it sooner than later. And
exactly. Yeah.
yeah, hopefully, man, yeah. But other than that, I think DS he asked about what about Grimm. So far, I love Grimm just as a standalone property. I love it for what it is. It's actually a
Mhm.
really good story,
It is.
and
Yeah.
it's more, in my opinion, it's more compelling. Grimm exists in that world between Sandman and Something is Killing the Children. It's in that lane right there, and
Mhm.
that's what I like.
Yeah. I mean, my whole like kind of why I singled out Netflix is just because like I mean, Sandman was a great property, right? Like that
Yeah.
was a great,
Well, all
you
right,
know,
we're gonna.
but
Yeah, yeah. Did you see Neil Gaiman's teaser? He like
yeah, I
dropped the
saw
teaser
that.
right after the
That's pretty
Deadpool
funny.
3 teaser.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Good
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm like, dude, you're teasing. Like you guys are still filming. Yeah, what you teasing?
Yeah. But
I
anyway,
do I
that's
do
my
hope
list.
they add the yeah, I hope they add Thessaly the witch in season 2 because I like her character. That'd be great.
Oh yeah.
But
No, she was
yeah,
good acting, good show.
great list, great market report. We want to
Thank
thank
you.
everyone for coming out. As
Except for
always,
Pickles.
guys, you know, you can follow us both on Instagram. You know, both of our names, the bad boy nerd, Ferd the Bird. But I think it's safe to say most of these people already follow us on Instagram. I posted a day and I was like, look, if you follow us and turn on alerts, you wouldn't be scrambling trying to get a copy of Dr. Afra 24. You would have had
Mhm.
like 5 copies or more like we do. So this is why we do the show. We do it for the culture. We really do.
Okay.
Ferd is as big as a comic book head as I am. He does great market reports. I do a lot of research to put together these top 10 lists. We hope you guys enjoyed the show. And Ferd, you about to hop on whatnot in the next 10 something minutes?
Yeah, I'm doing a little something a little different today. I'm doing a lot of keys, and trying to do like under
Ooh,
eBay price just to kind of see where the market's at and all that.
Ooh.
So I'm not doing dollar slabs today.
Okay.
Sorry, everybody, but I'm doing some nice books
Ah!
for a nice price. Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna watch your show, get a good idea. Hey, yeah, if
we'll
you
see.
guys, if you're here, if you're not on Whatnot, hop on Whatnot. You know, it's just fun to hang out. I usually I crack a beer or pour myself a drink,
Yeah.
throw on some music and throw some books up. Look, this is like a stack. These are all like key books, first prints, first appearances, number
See,
ones.
there you go.
I don't even, they don't have a home. I don't have a long box. If they sell, they'll be bagged and board. But there's a bag and board shortage right now, and there's a cardboard shortage, and there's a long box shortage. So some of
There's a
these
money
books need a
shortage
home.
too.
So come on out. Yeah, join us on Whatnot. Nah, there's plenty of money to buy comic books. All right, y'all. Y'all be cool. Yeah, take it easy.